members of the culture. I'm Ra, and you are here. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. And today it's time for us to have another episode of Let's Talk About It. So I'm ready to talk about this, man. I've been pumped up for a minute. I want to give a big shout out to my main man out there, if he's listening, Joaquin over at Memphis Toy Exchange. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the Memphis, Tennessee area, if you live there, or if you happen to visit, please make it your business to get over to 403 North Cleveland Street and see my man Joaquin. He'll take good care of you over there. He's it's like if you're a collector, he's got everything you need, man. You heard a kid in a candy store. This is a collector in a toy shop. It's the best way I can describe it to you. And he's got a million ways to get your money. I say that literally and figuratively. You got to make sure you head on over there and see my man Joaquin at Memphis Toy Exchange. When you're in Memphis, Tennessee, drop by 403 now North Cleveland Street. You won't be disappointed. Tell him Ross sent you. Now, that being said, that ties into this topic. We said we're here to talk about something, and you know I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready to talk about this beast. Oh, you see it. You win. That's right. You as a collector, you win. It's the Gamerverse Juggernaut. Why are we listening to Mr. Bad Hair Day? Oh, that's a skit coming. I don't want to spoil that. But we're going to go ahead and unbox this beast. This thing is heavy as all get out. We're going to go ahead and take it offline, unbox this, and then we're going to be right back and be talking about all things Juggernaut. And we're back. We have freed my man Juggernaut from his amazing packaging. Shout out. I mean, they tend to nail it to me on all of the packaging with this Gamerverse line, so I'll give Hasbro some credit on that. He comes with his you remember for those of you who've never played Marvel Capcom 2, if you haven't, go play it. Where have you been? What have you done with your life? Comes with his signature head crush effect, also Juggernaut punch, but usually a head crush. That's super move where he barrels forward. Um, he's also got this dude's hands right here. These are like he's got two massive hands he comes with, a gripping hand and a pimp smack, I guess you could say, open pimp smack hand. These things are the size of fun size Snickers candies. We just had Halloween and they're the size of fun size Snickers. I know what you're going to say, man. Ryan, you always talking about something to eat. Yeah, you know what? I like Snickers. I'm fat. Bite me. All right. So just kidding. On to the figure. Now, I am really impressed, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big, beefy boy. You know what I'm saying? Huge. I will not lie. This thing is huge. That's what she said. Shout out Queen G22. Told you I'd do it. Um, I mean, all the hits are going to be there. The head sculpt is really, really good on them. You've got the ability to turn the head some. I don't expect that head to move a whole lot. I mean, most figures it doesn't. So I don't know why there'd be a change now. Hasbro, at one time said we couldn't do butterflies on big figures. Ladies and gentlemen, we got butterfly shoulders on a big figure. Look at that. Like he's posing at a bodybuilding contest, just getting ripped. Look at him. We do have looks like double. I'm sorry, excuse me. I have single jointed. Took his fist out. Wasn't trying to kill him. We have single jointed elbows, but let me be clear on something. I don't expect the most articulation out of a figure this size. I mean, to be if he's basically articulated at this size, I can't really complain too much. To be honest with you, that's my honest opinion. That's just how I feel. Um, so you got single joints everywhere, right? On the knees, right there, single jointed elbows, single jointed knees. He's got toe articulation. There is rotation right above the knee, right at the knee. So he does have that. We would normally call that boot cut, but boot cut's down here. So he's got rotation at the knee. He's actually got rotation right here at the hip too. I mean, so they've done a good job at the waist. He can rotate. He's got a decent crunch going back and decently, there you go, decently going forward. So I got to be honest with you. You can color me impressed. I'll let you see it, let you guys see it, so you can enjoy it too. Look at that. That is a beast of a figure. I don't know if the camera is really getting it. Let me adjust so you can see that right there. That's where it's at, folks. That is where it's at. That is a badass figure. They did a good job with this. I mean, I know they've done, other juggernauts. We're aware, 85th anniversary, and um, I guess Toy Biz back in the day, others. But if we're gonna talk about Juggernaut, we're gonna compare this monstrosity. You guys already know if we're gonna compare him, we can only, in my mind, there's only one person we can compare him to, and you know that happens to be none other than the one and only Marvel Select. Who else would it be, right? You guys remember him, don't you? Every collector should have the Marvel Select Juggernaut by Diamond Toys. Diamond, well, no longer Diamond Select Toys. R.I.P. They were great while they were here. I hope Hasbro does something with that. Maybe let Todd McFarlane take it over or somebody else, because I love Marvel Select figures personally. I mean, I have a lot in my display back there, my X-Men display. They scale real well, but let's not get off topic. This is the Marvel Select Juggernaut. He is heavier than this guy, which says a lot because this guy's pretty heavy. But this guy is heavier. If I'm looking and comparing, because this is based off the game, and I played it enough to know. So if I'm looking at it from the game standpoint, ugh, this looks kind of more like it. But this guy right here, and the camera's probably not picking it up. There's a wash of paint over this guy, so they've washed it and they've painted it really, really well. So he looks battle worn without being damaged. Like, so the color is a little deeper, it's a little richer. He's darker in skin tone. Looks like he's been out in the sun. I don't know if you can tell from here. And this guy's been inside playing Marvel Capcom too. so so that's your difference there. Articulation, and this is one of the few times, honestly, where a Marvel Select, they always lose when it comes to articulation. We all know that, right? Because they're never articulated that way. But in this particular case, although this guy right here has the butterfly shoulders, um, the newer butterfly shoulders, I should say, I still give the edge to Marvel Select there overall. He won't take the place of this guy. I'll put it to you like that. There's room for both. So I want to be clear on that. You can absolutely have the Select, which you should have, and you can definitely have this guy, right? Because if you're building your Marvel Capcom 2 shelf, you got this guy right here. You can have an X-Men display diorama like I have back there. You can have this guy, right? There's subtle differences between them in their looks. So it's not like if you have this figure, you got the exact same thing. No, you don't. They've got some similarities. Trust me, a lot. There's a lot of similarities. So Hasbro didn't really deviate. I mean, because it's not them, it's Diamond Select that did it. But Hasbro didn't really deviate too much from what Diamond Select was doing at that time. Um, the better articulation does go here. I won't lie to you on that, but it's not like what you normally think. Normally, Hasbro, unlike Marvel Legends, smokes Diamond Select when it comes to articulation. In a lot of cases, it does, because these guys are usually like more like posable statues, and these guys are supposed to be articulated figures. But in this particular case, he has the edge, but not by that much. I would say, don't, if you've got this, leave him be. Don't put him away. This is not the replacement. He is a welcome addition, but I don't want to discredit him, because the more he stands there, you guys are gonna be like, man, you're trashing my Juggernaut. I'm not trashing your Juggernaut. In fact, man, let me be fair. Let's just focus on this guy right here. All right, so there's no more envy. You don't see Select. He's back up there. I don't know if you can tell back there, but he's in my diorama display where he is making that whole thing shake back there. I tell you, that thing's like a bag of bricks. But on to the star of the show today, Marvel Select. I mean Marvel Gamerverse. It's Marvel Juggernaut. I'll be honest with you, folks. I'm not trashing this figure. I absolutely love it. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I love it. I think it's awesome. Of the Juggernauts they've done, that because they didn't do select, obviously. But of the ones they've done, 85th anniversary and so on and so forth of their juggernauts, this is the best one, hands down. It's not even close. This juggernaut is well articulated. I showed you he can crunch, he can do his ab crunch, he can do a bunch of, stuff for a figure this size. He can do a lot. Now, my gripe here, and I know you're gonna say, don't do it, don't bash him. This thing really and truthfully should be bigger, and it should go on his head. Because if I remember correctly, somebody can fact check me. But if I remember correctly, he was when he did his special, he would bend down like this, and his head he would hit you. If I'm not mistaken, I have to go back and play it. I haven't played it in a while, but I got it in the living room. I'm gonna go play it right after this video, and then come back and tell you. But nonetheless, I remember this being over the head, and he would charge that way. So as it's stated right now, it goes over his massive fist. So you could do punches with it. If you have the maximum Hulk, you obviously could use some of the effects from that for punches, setting up, doing some really cool toy photography. Matter of fact, if you want to know, let's bring him over here. You know I got love for my guy Maximum Hulk, one of the official promo mascots of the channel. Look at the difference in size. Take that off his fist there. Look at the difference in size on that man. And Maximum Hulk is not a small man, right? And look at the difference in size. He is. I don't know if you can tell. He is. He's dwarfing the Maximum Hulk. That is crazy. I'll try to get the arms out of the way so you can see it for yourself. He is dwarfing. Matt, look at that. I mean, it doesn't make him look tiny, but if you were to lift these figures like I'm doing now, uh, heft wise, size wise, he's just massive. He takes up a lot more space, right, than Hulk does, and that makes sense in the game. It makes sense. You can get him into some iconic poses from the game as well. I think that's what the purpose was, like his splash, his juggernaut punch, all that kind of stuff. I got to be honest with you, for a figure to be this big, um, they did a good job. They did. They had the time, and it shows. They invested it, and it shows. I'm very happy with this particular Juggernaut. Very happy to have him in the collection. But that's just my opinion, folks. So, what is yours? I'm sorry. And with that being said, he passes. Okay, Juggernaut Marvel. I keep saying select. See, y'all gonna be all over me. The Gamerverse Juggernaut, he passes with flying colors. Absolutely. I feel like if you're building the Marvel Capcom 2 shelf, it's a must have for that collection. Please make sure you grab him and add him and go out there. Find him. He should be available pretty much everywhere. Um, I would say he's a worthy addition. If you're building the Marvel Capcom shelf, you got to have him up there. So I would say add it without question. But let me know in the comments down below. Do you have this? Do you have any of the Gamerverse line? What do you think of the Gamerverse line? What do you think of the Gamerverse figures? What do you think of this Juggernaut? Will you be getting it? All of those questions. Let me know down in the comments down below. I love to hear from you guys. You know that? This is a culture thing. That means all of us together. So go down in the comments and let me know what you think. So, folks, until we meet again, please continue to stay tuned. Please continue to stay collecting. And above all, please continue to stay great. I will see you guys on the next one.